Welcome! Come on in! This is life in 1800s newspapers. We will be reading the actual words of an 1800s newspaper together. It was popular before Christmas to give out Christmas cards. Here is the very first Christmas card. Back then, I have to say, some of their Christmas cards were a little bit creepy. I do like this one. It says, "The 25th of December, if you will remember, comes but once a year. So smother your curses, hand over your purses, and don't try to interfere." Looks like our Christmas ham, Christmas roast, and Christmas turkey are getting some revenge. Here's the ever popular dead bird card. Or cheer up your friends and family with a dead frog card. Even back then, you got tired of Christmas carols. Lastly, here's a beautiful card from the same time as our newspaper today. We will be reading the Evening Telegraph from Colorado Springs, Colorado, dated December 17th, 1879. Fined for soliciting. A married woman who gave her name as Mrs. Annie Jones and says that she lives near Colorado City was arrested on T. John Street last night by Officer Rodney on a charge of soliciting. Not knowing Rodney was an officer, she had indiscreetly approached him while plying her vocation and was immediately gathered in. She was placed in the women's ward at the city jail, and this morning she was brought before Police Judge Owen to answer to the charge. Between sobs and tears, she entered a plea of guilty, saying that she had been driven to soliciting in order to get money to live on. She was well dressed and is apparently an intelligent woman about 35 years of age. Judge Owen gave her a long talk in which he showed her the evil of her ways and told her that he believed that there were plenty of people who would be glad to assist a woman without her being compelled to resort to vice. He advised her to make up her mind to sin no more and then fined her $50 in costs. In the absence of the necessary money, she was committed to jail to serve out the fine. Policeman's Ball. Elaborate preparations are being made for the 7th annual Ball of the Policeman, which will be given at Durkee Hall February 14, 1898. The members of the local force are enthusiastic about the affair and say that it will eclipse anything heretofore given. Outlaws rob officers. Clayton, New Mexico, December 15th. Last Saturday, John Mayo, a noted criminal who broke jail here a few days ago, sent the officers word that he was camped at a point in the mountains. A posse immediately left Folsom in pursuit. Saturday night, they camped in the mountains, and during the night, Mayo stole all their horses, saddles, and a gun, and left a note saying he did it. Since breaking jail, Mayo has stolen several horses and robbed half a dozen ranch houses, making no effort to conceal his identity. It is reported that he is an escaped convict from Cannon City. The most princely gift bestowed by Santa Claus is a jewel, rich and rare, set in artistic device, or with a combination of colors and effects in rubies, diamonds, sapphires, opals, pearls, emeralds, turquoise, or we have them in lace, pin, stick, pins, bracelets, in rings of all kinds. Our ladies' jeweled gold enameled watches and gentlemen's hunting case are royal gifts of the best and cheapest at H.W. Wyman's, 10 South T. John Street. Lost Saturday evening, presumably on Nevada Avenue near Temple Theater. A pair of gold-rimmed spectacles in case, marked Ashby. Finder will please leave at this office. $5 reward for the return of white Esquimaux dog with tan ears and spot on back above tail. Answers to name of Fritz to 929 North Nevada Avenue. An ever-present conundrum. The ladies of the Canadian party were entertained by an excursion to Mount Vernon and were accompanied by the wives of cabinet members. They were met by Mr. Dodge, the superintendent of the place, who escorted them through the old mansion and grounds, and finally conducted them down the winding paths to the bluff that overlooks the Potomac and conceals the vault that contains the dust of the father of his country. As the party approached the sacred place, Mr. Dodge, who was leading the ladies, and said in an impressive tone, "Ladies, it is just a step to the tomb of Washington." There was a pause and a reverential silence for an instant, which was broken by the clear, sweet voice of a cabinet lady who asked that ever-present conundrum, "Is my hat on straight?"